Hey, Bellas. It's your boy. Alright, guys, I'm gonna kind of walk you through another standard TDM match here, and I'm gonna try to explain why I'm doing things and the reason I'm doing things. Because, as you said, I'm coming straight up to this vantage point, mainly because I want the. I want to see the advantage point because somebody always runs down this long terminal hall right here into the into the luggage area. I blew up the red barrels right off the get-go because that's a waiting time bomb for anybody who's smart, those gas things. There's a lot of things like on high rise that'll get you. And you see I get super blazing there. Um, while I'm sitting here before I move on to the next area, I just want to talk. I find myself being more aggressive on the PS3 and it gets me killed a lot more. And I, I just don't know. I just want to throw that out there. Do you get more aggressive on the PS3 than the Xbox if you happen to own both? And I'm kind of working the red roof here because I see I already have what you call a revenge killer in Super Blazing BR. He happens to have painkiller on though, so that kind of sucks. You see right there, I just basically rape him with the M16 and he falls into his last stand with his painkiller still on and somebody else takes the kill from me. Area like this, you don't really need the headset. The only thing you want to do when you're sitting up here is listen for the ladder. If you hear the ladder, always turn around and look, even if you look on your mini map. So I get blazing again right there. And I decided it's time to abandon the red roof because he eventually is going to luck out and find a grenade spot or a stun grenade or something to get up there to me because he is using the lightweight Marathon Pro setup, which means he can climb up on that box in front rather fast and it's kind of hard to hear him. I catch a guy jumping out the window here and I circle back around. I'm sitting there trying to cut him off, trying to predict a projective path pattern, but I end up going up and around on him, and I ends up getting my Harriers. Cast my Harriers, and I reload. Right now, I'm kind of worried because I have no idea what the enemy movement is, so I'm just sitting with my back to in a corner, just trying to wait to something, and then they throw a counter UAV. Well, actually, this is a scrambler. That's correct, a scrambler. So that's got me even more on edge. I'm trying to pinpoint a footstep or something of the scrambler, and he isn't kind of moving right now. So I turn around, and there's your boy Tuna Killer, and then he comes, and there we go. I get him. Kind of working the back edge of the plane here, and I jump up and I get the guy inside the plane, and that brings me right to the Pablo. Pablo on the Xbox now builds your kill streaks all time, so you'll see me. So it's pretty much made the 7-9-11 my ideal kill streak setup because 7 kills really ain't that hard if you're playing defensive. It really doesn't take that long to get because it, I don't really have an answer for it. Lack of patience on people's part seems to think 7 kills is like a long way away, but you could probably rack 7 kills up playing defensively in 40 to 60 seconds. I know it took me almost 4 minutes here to rack the 11 kills up, but that's basically because the other team's not really moving that much. And you could bring up the point and factor that if everybody camped, the game would be slow. And yeah, it would, but for the most part, you're never going to run into a game where everybody camps. There's always going to be those people that play casually, that just want to, run around with their lightweight and their last stand and try to get any kill they can fish out. And hopefully they'll stay that way so I can keep looking like a pro. Alright, I see there's a guy toward the back end of the plane. I'm sort of scrolling around because I'm hoping to catch him on an angle, which he kind of surprises me right here. But he's still, oblivious to the fact that there's footsteps on the game. So he's looking in the complete opposite direction. And I call him my AC-130. But the AC-130, the 105 pretty much has the javelin range, like kill-wise. So what I'm trying to do is use that range to my advantage. The first two cannons all have explosive damage, so they're all area of effect weapons. And you, so I'm just pretty much trying to shoot in front of the door of the Dreams building because that's a common spawn point which they seem to be at. And I'll shoot the 105 over there, and then I'll use the 40 millimeter cannons to try to clean up anything else. And if there's another guy straggling after the 40 millimeter cannons, I'll switch right to the 25 millimeter chain gun and try to do that. But somebody seemed to found me while I was in my AC-130, and it gives me my first death. And I think I get a double spray here. Well, you call it a spray. I get 2 kills in close, in close conjunction. Oh, excuse me. Let's fuck up. Oh. Just kind of working the angles, going slow around this corner. It's what I call edging, which I suggest not doing a lot. But be honest, I'm not really playing, fantastic players. So, edge away. I was trying to get the headshot on Jeff there, but he gives me my second death with his danger close blinged out M4. Gotta bling it out. Can't go without the ACOG. Never go without the ACOG. And I work in the cockpit again. I see there's only 2 kills left, and look at this. They come pouring in here. I could have got my kill streaks again right there if the game was longer. I think they should increase team deathmatches overall length. Like a regular team deathmatch should be like, 1,500, 15,000 kills, and like a ground war should be something like, 25,000. That way you can put some length on the matches and still have the 10-minute time limit. But that's that. If you have any other trouble with the M16 and things of that nature, let me know. Somewhere over the rainbow. Alright. This is how to rush on Quarry. And I'm using the P90 Marathon, Lightweight, and Commando Pro. What I started out here is generally I think about what I'll do if I'm in the other spawn. After playing this map enough, I know that there's usually going to be 1 or 2 guys that come to the right here, either come down the back alleyway where I first went to, or they go down into the trench. So I was going to try to cut off anybody that went into the alley, and but there happened to be nobody in that back alley, so I cut around behind and jumped down and found that one guy. Now I'm proceeding to come into this area. I found 2 snipers hanging out in the back. I don't know, playing with each other's dick. I don't know what the hell they were doing. They're dead now. I see a scrambler, and I think he knifes me. Yeah, he gets me. Basically what you want to do on Quarry is try the oddest routes possible. You do have a short range weapon. The submachine guns are basically the shotguns on this game from the previous Call of Duties. And as you can see right here, the assault rifle is king. It will just overpower you straight up. The reason I'm choosing lightweight over stopping power is mainly because the submachine guns shoot so fast, and that 1 or 2 extra bullets it requires to kill somebody generally doesn't outweigh the extra movement you get. When you're using lightweight, you can use it on some of the heavier damage assault rifles very easily as well, like the Scar, the AK-47, or the Trevor 21. It makes you move and are harder to hit unless you get out of situations you normally wouldn't. Like for instance, you're getting hit and you want to get behind a wall, and you normally would die in that situation without the increased speed. But Not with lightweight. Generally, you'll get behind that wall and you can either pop a smoke or throw a flash or stun, and either try to move somewhere else or just get back there and wait for the your health to regenerate. What am I doing here? Actually, right here, I'm just stuck at this point because they're hitting me with stuns, and I couldn't get my thing to go all the way over. I'm gonna also touch on this while we're speaking about rushing. When you're using submachine guns or anything close range or out of the way, anything other than an assault rifle, I do the 3 kill rule. I highly suggest, if you're going to do any kind of rushing, I don't care if it's an assault rifle, sniper rifle, submachine gun, shotgun, run UAV. Highly suggested. You can go other routes, but UAV is almost fundamental to every one of my rushing schemes. Mainly because it gives you the awareness of everybody else around you, and also gives you something to gauge how well you're doing. I generally play at 3 kills at a time. Every life I spawn, I go for the recon. If I don't get the recon, I failed that spawn. This will give your team consistent recon planes and UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles. Give you consistent UAVs, and it almost is punishing the team for killing you if you get any good at doing it. Not every game will turn out like this. You're generally gonna run somewhere between 2 and 4 KD if you're any good at rushing, and a good rusher will generally have a 2 or higher KD. If you're a mixed bag like me, I have like a 2.8, and that's just a mix of sniping, assault rifle, and rushing, which is about average. It's not spectacular, but you want to go 3 kills at a time. If you get the 3 kills, anything extra is just plus. Like here, I actually got my pave low on this one. That means it's going to give me a large cushion. I tend to run the pave low more so on my rushing kits, mainly because I don't want to be stocked with an AC-130 or chopper gunner and sit in a corner when I can be putting pressure on the guys. When I could be basically putting pressure on the people and keep them from shooting my pave load down. You can't count how many guys I've caught looking up the sky with Stinger missiles, or hiding in buildings, not really paying attention. Because generally, when an AC-130 or pave load or something like that out, I run to a building. I don't really pay attention. I look at messages and things of that nature because I don't have any plans of going out, and my teammates are preoccupying the other team by getting destroyed by them. But you can go into buildings, and generally when you have air support out, they're a lot easier to kill because half of them are unaware and they're not really scanning. They're just sitting there. I mean, if I do it, I know they do it. My air support is gone now, and I know I have a little bit of cushion to play with, so I'm trying to do stupid stuff like that. Normally, don't try to do that with the P90. And, I don't know what the hell they were doing. Like right now, I'm sitting there trying to. I got plenty of room. I'm not really worried about it. I'm going to leave the game with my 3 KD regardless, so I got 4 or 5 deaths I can play with now and just try stupid stuff. Generally, when you get a cushion of deaths, you can try the stupid stuff like long range shooting. Only got a couple of minutes left, but that's pretty much the gist of it. Try to use the rocks to your advantage. Climb over the rocks. Don't use normal routes. And don't try to run the normal routes, such as like going up that side wall back there where the canopy is and going around there. Those are rifle routes. Submachine guns, you want to take the oddball routes, like climbing over the rocks, or if you cast your UAV and you see her squaring off in one area, instead of going to that area head on, try to flank around behind them. You basically don't want to ever face the person straight up if all possible. If you have any more questions about rushing on quarry, or just let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Wings of Redemption, signing out.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back here with the most cocks on YouTube. It's your boy. You know the name, you know the deal. And here I am bringing you a CM9 with a grenade launcher attachment. That means I want to shoot faster, and shoot faster is that what I do. I came to the realization today that people that are trolling my stream are blithering idiots. So I'm not going to get mad at them no more. I don't know why I'm throwing that out there. I just am. I don't know. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm bringing you a late night commentary here because I'm finding it hard to sleep. I'm using the CM. Oh, fuck, you already know what gun I'm using. Why the hell am I repeating myself again to fucking fill up dead space where I'm actually ranting on, filling up more dead space when you guys already noticed that I'm doing it yet? Yes, buddy. Oh man, what I want to talk about today, I want to talk about actors. I was recently watching a movie called Return to the Lost Planet. And for those of you who haven't actually ever seen the movie, Return to the Lost Planet is a John Rhys Davies movie that you probably will never fucking watch. The only reason I watch it because I'm a sad fuck. And I'm going to put that out there, I am a sad fuck. But John Rhys Davies is one of those guys, if you don't know who he is, he's the fat guy from Sliders, and he also played Gimli from Lord of the Rings. Which you might find strange, but this next thing I'm going to talk about. John Rhys Davies never gets fucking good roles. Yeah, he got Gimli and Lord of the Rings, and he's gotten a lot of other big name roles. He's kind of like Samuel L. Jackson. The motherfucker will be in anything. And I'm talking about anything. If you got work, he's got fucking time for you. John Rhys Davies, I first fell in love with him in a movie, in a TV show called Sliders. If you're not familiar with what Sliders is, so basically a quantum leap type variation that they used to show, where you'd have a group of people go through different time periods and jump through different worlds through a slide or a portal, and that's what they call it. They slid, and it was really cool. It was kind of like a Stargate Atlantis, Stargate type show back before the Stargate got popular back in '94. It's something I grew up on, and I really enjoyed it. And John Rhys Davies, he played the professor there. And ever since then, you're like, oh, look, it's the professor. Well, at least I did it that way. And he would be my fifth most underrated actor ever. Because he's done a lot. He's done from low budget to big budget. He's went from what was the movie I seen recently with John Rhys Davies that fucking ruled? Oh, the Gatekeeper. It might have been the Gatekeeper. Or whatever. It's like... Or like The Ferryman, I think it was called, The Ferryman, where he played a Greek that could jump into people's bodies by touching them. It was kind of like Denzel Washington's Fallen, but it was a lot more low budget. But I really enjoyed it, and that movie had a really disturbing scene in it. And that scene that's really disturbing is where he picks up this dog and breaks the dog's back on his knee. Then you have big old John Rhys Davies trying to swim in the Atlantic to catch a boat, which he somehow miraculously does after being injured. I don't know how that worked out, but you should guys actually go see it. The thing will be in the description below with the correct name. But it's kind of an old movie. I remember renting it. God, this has probably been 5 years ago. It's fucking amazing how time just passes you by. Like, well, it was just in my youth. 10 years ago. I mean, I've already been driving for almost 10 years now. I remember when I used to man, it's unfair, I don't ever get to drive. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at this, son. Look at me beast on these kids. Oh, man. I'm putting this TDM gameplay out there because a lot of people were unhappy with my domination selections. So I'm going to continue that series, by the way, but I'm just going to kind of substitute it with some TDM gameplay as well. I really do enjoy Domination. Domination is really... It makes me happy getting Osprey Gunners. What can I say? If I'm pounding ass with the Angel of Death and a fucking Osprey Gunner comes right after behind it, I'm all smiles and shit. I ain't got nothing else to say. It's what I do to enjoy the game. I love Osprey Gunners. Don't hate on me for it. But check out some John Rhys Davies movies. John Rhys Davies is the most underrated actor there ever was. He's got a unique look to it as well. I'm surprised he doesn't make more money. He's kind of like Ben Flowers. If you don't know who Ben Flowers is, good. You probably shouldn't, because he's been in almost every John Carpenter movie ever made. And the movies that he did star in, he starred as like a homeless guy. He made a career of being like a fucking homeless guy. Escape from New York, Escape from Los Angeles. That one fucking movie on a train where he's fighting like a monster and he ends up running. But he's like a really fucking overweight homeless guy. How you fucking be a overweight homeless guy? And I'm cussing way too much on this late night commentary. It's fucking sad. But here comes the regular spiel that you don't want to hear anyway. Go ahead and like and favor this video if you enjoyed it, and please share it with your friends because you know I gotta make that YouTube money. Throw out arbitrary number. Let's go with 15. Give me 15 likes. Peace, people. Oh, the video ain't over with yet. All right, give me 17 likes to fill up the last 10 seconds of this video because I'm a motherfucking monster. Look at them cheeseburgers, man. This video is all done in good fun. If you really enjoyed this, please feel free to rate it appropriately. Well, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I got a Emperor of SMG on jungle. And using a submachine gun jungle is actually very difficult. I like to try to stay hugged to the right side of this cliff a lot. You see right here, I'm hugging the walls, making sure I'm not sprinting around through the corners. Boom. Actually seen him on the mini map and came back and got him. Notice I didn't reload there. I did that because I was hoping the noise would kick somebody else and I pick up 2 kills. I have a rapid fire on my MP5K. As you notice right there, rapid fire MP5K is OP like a motherfucker. So just fire from the hip. You generally don't have to aim down sight at all unless you're head glitching or something like that. And there it goes. There's the first death. That puts me at 3-1. What I could have done better there is... to be perfectly honest, I don't know. He just had a good jump on me. He had every advantage on me. He controlled that engagement, and he beat me. I might have been able to predict him a little bit better and pre-fired him, but for the most part, I was doomed. Alright, so I was looking for a weapon there to switch out. Always when you're using a submachine gun or anything other than an assault rifle, try to find an assault rifle. Or, the only time you... Oh. There you go, lags out. Let's go and switch back through this, and we're going to see my second death right here. I pick him up, but boom. Don't you just hate deaths like that? Those kind of deaths right there are unavoidable and annoying. But that puts me at 4-2, and I'm thinking, man, this game is going to blow. You know what? Quickly, just keep your head in the game. Pick up another kill. I reloaded there mainly because I noticed nobody else on the mini-map. A ghost could have killed me there and surprised me, but the chances were very slim. So you see here, I'm shooting through the smoke mainly because I seen the mini map up here. I seen as soon as the smoke went out, I was hoping somebody'd run through it, and somebody did. That was just all luck. Switching to the assault rifle, try to get the guy at longer range, so I don't waste, you know, precious MP5K ammo. Since I'm not running scavenger of any sort, and I'm trying to get, I think it's 7 kills with the MP5K or a submachine gun in general, without basically dying. Alright, so right now I'm here. I'm actually waiting for the spawn to flip. As you notice here, I'm actually trying to force the spawn to flip. So I come up here and swoop back around. That's all I'm doing. Alright, catch him and get him with the hip fire. Doing the same thing again. I'm actually no, I'm not. Sorry, it's been a couple little while since I played this game. Just coming up here to make sure the thing. Alright, still looking for targets, one thing I actually did do this game is I actually forgot about the contract. And you'll see me barely get this thing. So, alright, I see the target way off. So go to try to find him. There he is. Boom, boom. Get a couple quick odd kills. This is the benefits of having an assault rifle to go with it. To go with your kit at all times. If you're using an assault rifle, I try to pick up a SMG other than a secondary assault rifle, but that's just me. Picking up weapons is super important, and not a lot of people do. I always try to YY when I pick it up, just to save time. Using the new tubes because they're there. Oh, and run out. Try to get. Oh, I noticed that was just a bad engagement, so I come back for him, and he throws a grenade at me. So let's go ahead and get away from him. There we go. Get my Blackbird. Whew. Alright, that gives me like 27 ammo to get like, I don't know, what is it? Another 4 kills with the SMG. Let's see if I can do it. Let's go ahead and count the kills up. That's not SMG kill. We're running out of tickets quickly. Boom. There's 1. There's 2. I got 7 bullets left. Let's go and get in this gunship. I actually had given up on the thing there, but I come out and I got tickets left. Oh, and there it is. Emperor of the SMG. I'm thinking that Claymore kill counted. But I picked it. But see how flawlessly and fast I picked up his gun? That's what you try to strive for. It almost seemed like it was effortless. I go ahead and call the chopper gunner in just to get the points. And effortless picking of the gun up is what you want to do when using submachine guns, shotguns, light machine guns, anything like that. What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm back and I'm bringing you a little gameplay here on Dome. This is not my favorite map on Modern Warfare 3, so let's go ahead and hop into this. The reason I don't really like Dome is because it's kind of hard to dictate where people are coming from. Even if you play this on like a domination, you always get that one guy that wants to push into the building and keep them off the B spawn trap. And it seems like Modern Warfare 3 kind of it's crazy how they set up the domination flags. There is, I don't even think, off the top of my head, there's one flag period, or one flag set up period, that is in a straight line. But I could be wrong. Is there any flags on this game that's actually in a straight line? Pretty much everything is the triangle pattern. And that makes for really a lot of hectic gameplay. I guess that's what they were going for with gun-on-gun action, but maps like Dome, in my opinion, they shouldn't exist. If they do exist, they should be like free-for-all only or something like that. But I couldn't even imagine playing this map on free-for-all because there's so many openings. Like for here, for example, the game will spawn people behind me all the time if I'm standing at these jeeps. This is one of the stronger areas in the game because you have a back entrance which isn't loaded with entrance points, and you can look through this jeep to kill the people coming through there. A lot of people like to hang out in the window behind me, but I find that the window behind me is the first place people look. And in this game, standing in a place that people look constantly is a one-way ticket to dying a lot. Mainly because of the fact of Quick Draw Pro. Quick Draw Pro allows you to throw stuns, flashes, and nades faster than you normally would in previous Call of Duty games. And people take advantage of this hardcore. Since lives are so short, they're constantly having a fresh set of flashbangs, which, in my opinion, in this game are a lot stronger than they were in previous games. One, they still have that overpowered time. Like, flashbangs last a day and a night. And then you add a quick throw to them, there's no reason to use stun. Especially when you take stun and limit its throw ability right out the gate. So, stun basically slows people down, while flashes pretty much disables them completely. They can't sound whore, they can't see, but they can move around at the same speed. But it has a blast radius of like 20 yards compared to the 8 yards that the stun grenade actually has. So, yeah, you get flashed a lot. And, you know, we think that would kind of lead you toward more blast shield. But blast shield doesn't really do much to help you out with stuns and nades. It's not like Tactical Mass Pro on Black Ops. And when I've seen Blast Shield, I first seen Blast Shield, I'm like, yeah, they're making Flakjack and TacMass one perk. That's going to roll. And it doesn't. I mean, you pretty much, to win a lot of gunfights, you need Quick Draw or Assassin. And that pretty much limits your choices to Quick Draw and Assassin. Call of Duty seems to do this all the time. Put all these perks in there and pretty much dictate how you can use the perks by making the gameplay a certain way. If they took like stopping power out of COD 4, UAV jammer would be the dominant perk. Well, actually, it would be dominant, almost like Ghost was. But what else would there be? I mean, Overkill would be a popular perk. It'd be a really popular perk. Which I figured Overkill would be a popular perk on here, but it's not, mainly because most of the other weapons suck. I mean, you can have, you know, a Type 95. You don't really pretty much need anything else. And the fact that the FMG9 and Kimbos are so strong that you don't really need a secondary because they're primaries anyway, and they're submachine guns anyway, and they're better than all the submachine guns. I guess you could go and tell me wrong, but like the UMP and the MP7, they kind of work towards the same effect as the MMG9s. But you kind of get what I'm saying. Is there a game that balanced what COD will be? That, you know, I don't know, bad English all day. Is there a game that would be more balanced without stopping power in Call of Duty? Like, how? I don't understand. Like, I wonder what the maps that are going to come out are going to look like. Are they going to be small maps like these? I mean, not all the maps are small, but they all play small. Like, Seatown's one of the maps that plays really, really small. Like, it plays, I don't know how to say it. It plays like you're always spawning on top of one another. And if any people see my secondary channel the other day, I had a spawn on top of me. If not, look at my secondary channel. It's the first vid. It's called Modern Warfare Lame Spawns. But I'm running out of time. I'm more looking at a black screen on the video. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and eat plenty of turkey. Peace. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption. And I just want to talk about where my channel's at right now. I mean, my channel is doing well. It's doing what it used to do again and all this. But there's one thing that always bothers me with it is just the lack of direction that my channel actually has. Like, I mean, for the most part, I talk over gameplay. And the reason that is because it's the easiest way to get multiple videos out a day. And for the most part, I'm talking over gameplay of a game I don't even like. I mean, it's not that Modern Warfare 3 is a horrible game. It's just not very fun to play for a long period of time. Like, I don't see how some people have gotten like 20 of prestige. I mean, if you take both of my accounts into account, I've gotten to 12th prestige. And 12th prestige. And like, even then, I'm like, sometimes you just gotta find yourself powering through. I think it has a lot to do with the play style. I've been trying to play a little bit more aggressive to see if the game would get a little bit more fun. But for the most part, it gets annoying. I mean, rushing is fun at times when you're doing well. It is. It's super fun. But the fact is, how many times have you like got to the spot where you wanted to be rushing, you're about to do, and then somebody dead man hands you, and all of a sudden you spawn on the other side of the fucking map. Now you spend half the map getting back over there, and that in itself is annoying. That's why you see me using the attack insert right here, because I was trying to play for a little bit more aggressive gameplay. I kind of switched about midway through. I don't think in the game itself, right here's where I get fucking shit on. Like, don't you hate that right there? Where you wait on somebody so long, and then as soon as you fucking move, here they come. But the attack insert saves me and scores me a couple more kills. So I end up putting it back. I try to put the attack insert a little bit further away than I normally would want to. Mainly to try to just conceal it. Because don't you just hate getting killed and getting killed again with the attack insert? I know I do. But like, it seems like there's a lack of agenda. Like, I mean, I've always wanted to be one of those channels that had, constantly fresh gameplay where it just came easy like it used to. It used to come real easy to me because when I started out in World of War, I knew everything about World of War. I enjoyed playing the game. I played it for fun. I played it for fun before I even started doing YouTube, and like I learned everything there was about the game. And I would just find myself hanging out on it just to chill out. And I feel like there's people still doing the hanging out thing on like Call of Duty, but I feel like I'm playing the game just to play the game, just because I have to. Like, I don't really want to be in that scenario. That's why I tried to do the branch off, last month with the Amnesia Let's Play, and nobody really got into it. But Let's Plays in themselves, Let's Plays are the most profitable thing on YouTube. Don't get me wrong. If I was a money whore, I would be doing Let's Plays. And you might see the difference, like, oh, your COD videos get 20 to 35K. Well, how are they not? Well, you understand, like, yeah, my COD videos get 20 or 30K, but there's only like 2 of them a day. Whereas a Let's Play might get 10K, and there's 6 of them a day. See how it is? And they have a longer long tail because you do more games. Like, how many times can you watch somebody play this game before it's like, oh, here's this shit again? Like, as you're watching this game right now, what's standing out in this game so far? Not a damn thing. You're seeing what you could normally see. And that's just what it is. I mean, like, it bothers me because my channel has no direction no more, because mainly the way the maps are set up on this game, you can't really define strategies. Like back in World of War, things I would do is I was teaching people, to try to score those 2 extra skills by standing still, to try to showing spots on war to basically get big kill streaks going, how to get the dogs running on war, things like that. I'd show people how to kill tanks, effective ways to use tanks on different maps. I mean, World of War had so many extra variables, and then Modern Warfare 2 came out, I was running the kill leaderboard, and I was just getting these huge ground war kill games, and even then, that was exciting. Then I created the Rifleman C series, so I'd play with different weapons to try to get them, try to get big kill games with them, and then I'd give the history to them. Even then, channel still had direction. And then Black Ops came out. Black Ops, I had the Ghost Hunter series, I had the Beast Mode Engage series, I had all these other things. And like Modern Warfare 3, I just always feeling stumped when I'm playing. I know this might seem like a bitching video, but trust me, it's really not a bitching video. And like you see right here, I'm using the sentry gun, trying to get it so I'm doing something different. And like I'm so afraid of it just going stale. Like I don't know. It's because it comes with these constant variables, and then I see good ideas like the idea that Woody is doing right now, blowing stuff up in the microwave. That seems like a cool idea, and I'm like, man, I wish I thought of that first. Basically, what I'm trying to say is it's getting harder and harder to do just gameplay commentary because, I mean, like the last month, I've pretty much relied on the news to give me topics because there's really nothing to talk about in Call of Duty anymore. I mean, like when is the next game coming out? When's the next, thing? Like what's gonna blow up? I mean, like. The reason I'm going through this, I know I'm stuttering at this point and I'm stumbling on my words, is Diablo 3 is coming out. And I know Diablo 3 is not going to be a big video. You know why Diablo 3 is not going to be a big video? I put out 2 beta videos and they combined got like, one sitting at like 13,000, one sitting at 20,000. That's 30,000 on the video. Obviously I put them out at bad times too, but I mean, I'm just watching the videos themselves, like, I can understand there's going to be tips and tricks just like Skyrim is, but Diablo 3 is not going to be one of those things that's going to be you can launch off of for a while. And it's just not a game that lends itself to that. And I'm going to be playing Diablo 3, and it's going to be chewing up a lot of my time. And I'm like wondering, how can I get to the point where I can kind of have a balance in my life between making content that you guys want to see versus content that I want to actually do. And that's the barrier in me. I mean, for the most part, I'm a gamer at heart. I mean, like, unlike a lot of people, I'm a serious gamer. I play a lot of things, and Call of Duty isn't one of them. Like, you can kind of tell when I put gameplay out and I haven't played Call of Duty in a while. Like this one, for example, I will be sloppy on the irons. Like, I haven't touched an Xbox controller in almost a month. And then I played 4 or 5 games today, and this is one of the games that I played. And I did this one mainly because it's a little different than the norm you'll see on my channel. I mean, I'm tack inserting, I'm using sentry guns. I actually never get to use my sentry guns, but I'm trying to be in a higher traffic area and trying to keep advantage of it. Oh, look at that! I end up getting him with hip fire. But I don't know. Maybe you guys could help me out. Like, what's some fresh ideas that could spark multiple videos? That's basically what I'm asking. I mean, like, I have a Diablo 3 history coming up later today, and it's basically based on a 1v1 on Dome that I had last night. And I think the 1v1 on Dome was very entertaining, but obviously those are only a couple videos deep. And I don't expect that video to get more than maybe 15,000 views because, to be honest, I have a first-person shooter channel, and I'm just not in love with the first-person shooter genre no more. What would you guys do if you were in my shoes? That's what I'm basically asking. It's been your boy, Wings of Redemption. And as always, if you could please leave a rating, it would help me out tremendously. Love you guys. And I'm out at 5,000 pimps. Peace. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Wings of Redemption. And you know what I seen today? On CNN? I see my boy Adam Montoya on CNN today. It's crazy. And this basically marks a new step for where YouTube's actually headed. Because now the mainstream media is actually taking notice of the inner circle that's known as YouTube and the Call of Duty gaming community. I don't know what sparked CNN to actually write a piece on CNNers, but for the most part, I'm kind of glad they did. Because one, it kind of sheds more light and actually sheds validity into what we actually do. Because one of the hardest things I ever have to do is actually explain to somebody what I do for a living. A lot of people don't believe me when I first say, like, what do you do for a living, Jordy? I'm like, well, I play video games. And then they look at you strange, like, oh, you're one of those stoners, aren't you? I'm not trying to be ridiculing stoners or anything, but, that's the look you get. Everybody's gotten that look that, oh, you play video games a lot, you must be worthless. And then they pretty much see how I dress. I mean, I don't dress shabby. And I don't act shabby. I'm by no means a buster or a bum, by no means, stark raving rich either. But I'm kind of glad they did the C. Nanners video because it actually puts validity in the career path that I'm currently going on, which I'm not delusional. I do not expect this to last forever. But just like the article says, and just like C. Nanners says in the article, I'm not in this for the money forever. I'm in this... Hell, I'm not even in it for the money right now, be perfectly honest. If this would dry up today, I'd go sell cars. Go work at AutoZone. It doesn't really matter. I mean... My house is paid for at this point, and pretty much the only really major expense I have anymore is my vehicle. And if worse comes to worse on a vehicle, sell it. What else is there to do? That's just it. I mean, I'm at a happy point in my life, and I hope to continue to be at a happy point. Like, even if YouTube dried up tomorrow and only started, all the ads were took off of it and, videos stopped being put up, I would still put up videos. I seriously would. I mean, I probably wouldn't put up as much Call of Duty, but I would still make an effort to put up videos. Why? Because I love interacting with you guys. I love having, 50 people's opinion at any given time, at any time of the day. I love being a part of somebody's life, and that's something that you can't get anywhere else. You can't go out there and be an auto mechanic and be like special to, 20,000 people. I mean, there's very few jobs in the world that can do that, and most of those are in the entertainment eye. Somebody like Brad Pitt is special to a lot of people, and I'm never going to achieve a level of Brad Pitt. One, I'm not very good looking. I'm really overweight, and those two things alone... I mean, me being super overweight might get me a role in the movie, which I've always wanted to be in a movie. I do. Like, I talked to my buddy Claudio, and he's been in a bunch of movies, such as like Bad Boy 2 and stuff. And he basically told me, like, yeah, you can get pretty good money just doing five lines or less. I would love to be able to, in a movie, do 5 lines or less. I've always hoped that I'd make enough acquaintances that I could actually get them to fly me out somewhere and be a part of a movie. And just that, I'm part of a movie now. I mean, even if, my fame dries up right there, I always have that to look back on. And that's the reason I actually started doing this to begin with. People told me I was stupid. Hell, 8 Thoughts said I was a fucking fool. I remember having a conversation with 8 Thoughts. They said, man, I ain't gonna buy no PVR. I'm kind of haggling on him right now. But he didn't believe that, this could be a viable job. And I'm like, dude, anything that you do and you do with love will one day earn money. And I knew this would earn money one day. Here's the reason I knew why. Because I enjoyed watching it. Anything that you can find somebody that will enjoy watching, like, I'm a cynical fuck. I am. I mean, if I enjoy something, it's super enjoyable. And even to this day and this point, I still watch YouTube videos, dude. I mean, I watch YouTube videos more than I watch Netflix. I'm perfectly honest about that. I mean, I watch YouTube videos when I'm sitting in waiting rooms. I watch YouTube videos when I'm eating. I watch YouTube videos when I'm bored. Hell, I even make YouTube videos. And it's like, it's not going to go away because sharing is never going to go away. That's like asking people, like, will eating go away? We've hit a period and point in time where we always want to see the cute cat. We'll always want to see somebody make an ass of themselves and fall down. We'll always want to have something we could connect to. I don't remember who said it, but they said, here's life in a nutshell. You figure out what you like, and then you find a forum on the internet that believes in what you like, and you live in your own little world. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're living in our own little world. Call of Duty might die off, but first-person shooters are never going to die off, and there's always going to be a following for first-person shooters. There's always going to be a video game following. I mean, the video games have been around since the 70s, dude. And I mean, back in the 70s, if you could record your gameplay, they would. Matter of fact, they did. Remember VHS? Remember, like, the King of Kong recording your fucking gaming scores on the VHS off the TV to send them in? That's where we are. I mean, I love doing this. And every day I wake up, I'm like, sometimes you'll be out of ideas, sometimes you'll have your back toward a wall, but at the end of the day, we all do this because we love it. Period. If you don't do this because you love it, you can tell. And I've been trying to help out as many people as I can, try to get their foot in this game, to try to share some of this joy, because helping people out does nothing for me. I can help out as many people as I want, as long as I want, but at the end of the day, all it does is hurt my personal views. But the fact is, every person I help out, I can help them capture that little bit of happiness that I have inside myself. When every time I get on, and every time I, start a painkiller already, every time I spout a catchphrase, every time, I have to remove somebody's negative comment. I mean, there's good and bad times with everything. How many times have you cried in your life? And think back to, does all those times that you cried mean that you hate life? No, that's just part of life. It's just part of the hardship. Every time you have somebody disagreeing with you, saying that you're wrong about something, it gets outweighed by every person that you said they love what you do. And that right there is magical. And big ups to C. Nanners. I mean, he's pretty much lit the path. He pretty much laid the footprints of the yellow brick road. He's pretty much the giant that clears the trees. And August, at the end of the day, I'm proud to be a part of it. Even though I'm not dancing with the stars or, shooting stuff up with FPS Russia. Even though I'm not, flying to billionaires' bashes or anything like that, I'm still a part of something great. At the end of the day, I thank you for it. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Wings of Redemption, and I'm back bringing you another great gameplay here on Mirage Domination. And I want to go ahead and explain a couple things about my style and talk about a couple points in the Call of Duty community and how things kind of play out, or pan out, if you will. I just recently put a video up about my car, my very first car. There's a little story about my very first car, and I put a 44-1 on carrier up. So very cool gameplay. I have another cool carrier gameplay probably coming up a little later of a 40-0 on carrier, basically using the same strategy. And one of the patrons of that video made a comment that said, "You barely moved this video." And this kind of comment puzzles me. It does. Because I realize, being a 6 or 7 year veteran of the Call of Duty series at this point, that once you master Call of Duty, movement is, moving isn't one of those things that really help you. Like, people that understand that you can rush around the map and never find people. It happens all the time when you're running 70-80% of the map and you can't find the engagement. And then there's people that realize where the engagement happens. And that's the kind of situation I set myself up into when I'm playing with a full squad. When I'm running with a bunch of my buddies or some people off Twitter, I kind of know where the thing is going to happen. This knowledge comes from, months of using the VSAT on maps, months of basically triple capping domination, and it's just overall experience in itself. So I know that if I wait here, they're going to spawn across the map, my team's going to kill them, and they're going to spawn right back in front of me so I can kill them again. I could, one, kill the guys and try to run across the map and kill them, then run back across the map and try to kill them again. But this right here, from my experience, doesn't work like I want it to work. It just doesn't work out that way. When you're running with a bunch of strong players, the only way to basically get consistent kills is to work the flip. I did this from Black Ops 1, did it in Modern Warfare 2. I did it the entire time I've ever posted Call of Duty gameplay. It's working the flip. And with the Blackbird and Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, it's very, very easy to work the flip. And you'll see it over and over again, left and right. Like here, what I try to do in Domination is if there's a flag that needs to be taken, I'll tend to go to it. Like right now, I'm actually running towards the triangles. But I noticed that those triangles are done, and they spawn behind me on the flip. So I come back here, I clean this dude up. I'm like, oh, well, let's see if I can go get this guy. I doubt I can, so I just bother reloading. Now I'm just going to call in my lightning strikes. There's only one guy here. Boom, there's the flip again. Wait on him, wait on him. I backed up, so I didn't charge them, so I could just go ahead and pick him off easily. See the other guy looking, figured he's going to come around the bus, and lo and behold, Well, he was going for the bus, but the green triangle went and took him. I try to make them meet me on my terms, my rules, my engagements. Because if I play them on their terms, I'm most likely going to lose between lag compensation, my really crappy connection. But look, boom, he gave me host. So now I ain't got to worry about connection no more. But, as you'll see, it'll continue to pop up. This point of the game, it kind of gets a little slow. Because you see we're up 97 to 20. We got 3 flag caps. Enemy teams are constantly filing in, connecting, reconnecting. So what you can do is just stand near a flag and just hope they go to take it, because there's 3 primary vocal points in a domination match. And those 3 points are the flags. So if you stand near a flag, somebody's eventually going to go to it, regardless of if you're there or not, because people have this natural instinct to want to win the game, which isn't a bad instinct at all. I mean, in this situation, you're coming into a no-win situation. I mean, the chances of any team coming in and winning at this point is slim to none. I mean, they should have some sort of forfeit rule built into Call of Duty, and in cases like this, if they would throw these games out and just give the winning team a win, they would easily cut down probably 50% of all the just trash spawn games that you come into. As I say, I picked up another Stealth Chopper. By the way, Stealth Chopper, in my opinion, is the best consistent kill streak in the game. Lightning Strike is considered my deadliest kill streak, but Stealth Chopper is really close, and you're bound to get anywhere from 2 to 6 kills every time you call it. Might not sound like much, but that's really good compared to how many lodestars I've had that's been shot down with no kills. It's one of those things, you either go big or you go home. I'm trying to see working the flip, but I'm basically just walking back and forth from A to C. This is what I like to do on triangle maps. We're waiting for the end of the round right here, so I picked up extra 50 points. 2 guys in the game. I end up finishing this game. Let's go ahead and look. I end up finishing this game, I want to say 36-4. Just take your time, pick the targets off, cast your Stealth Chopper. Stealth Chopper always goes ham. And it's just a very easy setup right there. 36-3. You know, they ended up getting 1 point since I talked about the score at the end of the game. So your boy Wings of Redemption, thank you for leaving a like rating. As always, thank you for also watching my video. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption.
Hi, my name is Wings of Redemption, and I'll be breaking down this gameplay here today for you. We'll be cutting it up into parts and showing what we did wrong and why we did it wrong. And we'll be showing the exciting conclusion of the game. One of the first things that we might have did wrong was actually right here toward the beginning. We ended up capturing B right off the flank, and instead of actually staying up here to guard it, I tried a flank maneuver, and it failed. Won't you go ahead and watch it with me? You notice that I'm doing a very good job of holding them off and keeping them on C. There's only one area that I can't cover, which is the left side, which is entrance. So instead of doing this and staying up here on the shelf, I tried to do a flank maneuver because I see the red dot, and it fails. The next mistake I made in this game was this one. I get a 3 kill frag right here. Instead of compromising on this 3 kill frag and going right to the hill, I decided to run a right cutoff to try to keep people from flanking around. I look on the hill and ended up taking out a 4th guy. You might think this is helpful to the team because I'm getting 4 kills, but that's not the case. There's a 5th kill because look at this. They end up still owning the hill and nothing was accomplished. And thus in turn slowed us down on the flag cap of B by around 5 or 6 seconds. One of the important aspects of the game that a lot of people overlook is to run the proper loadout. Since there's only two of us here, it's very hard to me to get my kill streaks together. And once I do end up getting my kill streaks together, they don't last very long. So instead of switching because I want to use the weapon that I have here, I should have switched to some sort of support type class. Why would support be any different than using assault based class like this one right here with UAV and precision airstrike? Well, one, I could have ran the Recon Juggernaut. The Recon Juggernaut is a monster on the mission map. Why is the Recon Juggernaut so good on mission map? Because it's a funnel map. Everybody funnels into the B shelf. And when they're funneling into the B shelf, you can very easily keep them at bay, and you can keep people behind you shooting people, and you can control this area. A nice Recon Jug control of this area would have easily won this game for us, and I should have changed to my Recon Jug class. Instead, I decided to stick with the kill streaks, and what ended up happening with the kill streaks is they end up getting shot down right away. Lesson learned, as you can see right here. That life you were looking at transformed into a Reaper, and even though the Reaper did do a pretty good job of holding them off for a little while, this Reaper only lasted for about 3 or 4 kills. And what that ended up doing for me is it didn't give us enough time. Even though it looks like the Reaper did a pretty good job at holding everything off, it didn't buy us the time that we needed like the Recon Jug would have. But this is all in hindsight. And there was no telling if the other team would be able to kill the Recon Jug faster than the Reaper. I'm just doing this based off experience. If you notice at the bottom of the screen, it's 162 to 130. That's a pretty solid lead, and that's a lead that most people wouldn't be worried about losing or winning at this point. But I noticed at this point, we only have 2 flags, and they have a stronghold on them. They have a stranglehold, would you say. And playing on tilt is the number one thing you can do to basically help get you a loss. So I'm playing and making decisions now in those next three or four deaths that pretty much is 100% going to get you a loss. Running into a grenade, pushing areas that you shouldn't push. And you'll see over and over again, there's a thing I like to call a team funnel. I had no clue what I went up there to do. All I knew is I needed to get up there. And I ended up getting killed by a guy holding down a corner. Again, I throw a flashbang, push my way up here. I'm playing on tilt now because I think the loss is coming. And this right here doesn't help me at all. I'm not running flake patterns. I'm not watching my back. As you see, I got shot there. And I'm always in full sprint every time I come out my life instead of taking the 2 or 3 seconds to think about what's happening. I see the C spawn. Like, jump on C spawn, jump on C spawn. Not properly watching. All I know is get a body on the flag. If you see right here, you see where the green triangles are constantly going? Instead of breaking this down into another tip, I'm going to go and give it right here. The major contributing factor to this loss was our green triangles. I'm dead serious. At this point in the game, I'm killing 2 or more people a life on average in the game, and I've captured a great deal of the flags. Lefty is also in the same ballpark. Me and him both played very strong games, and the reason me and him both played very strong games was the reason the game was so close. If you took me or Lefty out of the equation and placed 2 more randoms on this team, this would have been a blowout. But you see here, my KD is starting to falter as I'm sitting just under a 2 at this point. And over again, you'll see the green triangles run up the hill, get destroyed because they have no clue how to break these people. I switch out and I start flashbanging people on the hill. I'm trying to run the flank route, and we're unsure if we're going to grab B or if we're going to grab C. And we just want some kind of flag. As you see right here, the game is winding down. We're still winning at this point, but it's evident if we can't get a flag, we're going to lose because there's not enough time left. And this right here is one of the most, this is where Call of Duty actually gets exciting. This is where I talked about how the Reaper the Reaper versus the Recon Juggernaut, and how loadout is important. Counter UAVs, Recon Juggernauts, maybe even stealth bombers or advanced UAVs would have served me well. Would have served me way better than the constant UAV spam I was putting out and kill streaks I couldn't achieve. So I end up losing by 1 point, and you see the other teams really high level and a full team, and we have people on our team going 11 and 31 with very low score, and there's one guy that goes 710 points. But that's pretty much breaking down a loss. How many of these guys have you run into? It's been your boy Wings of Redemption. If you'd like more games like this, or you'd like to see more close domination games that aren't blowouts and kill deaths, let me know by leaving a rating and leaving a comment in the section. If you would like, please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. As always, it's been your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm out at 5,000.